Hey guys, Super Collectibles here, and for today's video, I'm going to be doing a book review of the brand new book by Antoine Carraby, also known as DJ Yella, the DJ from the world's most dangerous rap group, N.W.A. Now, this is a new video for me. I've never done like a book review before, or like a review on anything aside of like albums and other stuff. But today I just finished reading this book in 5 days. I ordered it on Amazon. I'm a big fan of N.W.A. They're one of my favorite rap artists. I'm not like a huge rap guy, but I do like a lot of the classic late 80s, 90s stuff. It's really interesting and cool. So, yeah, he just released this book on, I think, June 15th, and I ordered it a few days after, and then it came in on the 19th, and then I finished it today, and it was very good. So the book's called Straight Outta Compton, My Untold Story, and Straight Outta Compton, if you don't know, that's the album from N.W.A. from 1988, and it was very successful, and it was, it just dominated all the rap music for the next, 35 years, everything. It's a great album, very classic, and one of the first albums I actually really liked. I got it on cassette, a reissued copy from when I think the movie came out. They reissued it around the same time, and I just grew up around that when I was younger, and, he's a really cool DJ. He's got his great style, and he just released this book, so it's sort of like a autobiography or memoir, so to speak, and it is very good. And chronologically, it sort of goes from his childhood days, kind of explaining some of his stories from then, going on into high school, and some of his first his first encounters with music. So it kind of goes in the early years of his time in the group, the World Class Wrecking Crew, and when he met Dr. Dre, and it goes through some of his times with his first few jobs. And then it goes into, making mixtapes, and it's very interesting. And then how he met some of the other members, like Ice Cube and MC Ren, and later on Eazy-E when he was a little bit older. So, the book, as it goes into more the polished years, I'd say, when N.W.A. actually starts, it's very interesting because it goes into the tour and the making of the debut album Straight Outta Compton, and even the years after that when Ice Cube left the group and when their second album came out. So it's very good, and he really talks about how when they're in the studio, kind of their positions. There's another writer, the DOC, who a lot of people know, and he'd help write, and everyone was just, they had their places. And there's a lot of personal stories in there too, which are really nice, and even a great segment after the sad death of Eazy-E. There's a great segment about kind of, he was really, spending a lot of the money that he got from success, I think, and with a lot of that, he kind of, got off track a bit, but it kind of went in a very good segment, how he, he rebuilt himself, right around the release of the movie Straight Outta Compton, the 2015 movie. He was really getting back on track, and he was saved by God. He started going to church, and he really, he had great faith in God, and it was really inspiring reading that, and just how far he came from, in this garage called, that he'd, be making music in, all the way up to, getting inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2016. And yeah, so it's very inspiring, a lot of cool stories, some sad stories, personal stuff, and it's very good. I totally recommend it if you even like the classic 80s hip-hop. I don't think there's any reviews on this, so I'm one of the first people to do it, and I highly recommend it. Straight Outta Compton, My Untold Story by Antoine Carraby, also known as DJ Yella. And yeah, he still tours to this day, plays the music. There are some reunion shows with N.W.A. when the movie came out around that time. It's an overall 10 out of 10 book, around 330 pages, something like that around then. And I read it in 5 days, and I learned a lot about, chronologically his years, as a kid, to his, encounters with music and his success, and, kind of remolding himself and how he lives his life. So I really recommend this book. Hope you guys enjoyed this little review. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like, hit the bell. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye, see you next time, and rock on.